Hey there! So today we'll be looking at the 4 best breeding combinations for breeding the legendary Reindeer Dragon in DML. He has the legendary water and wind elements with a base attack stat of 74, but he's more of a support or defensive dragon for teams, and he can be bred for the whole of December 2017. So to breed the reindeer, you need to breed together 2 dragons that have the following 4 elements: plant, metal, water, and earth. There are lots of different combinations you could use, but I've cut it down to the 4 best combinations for both old and new players. So the number 1 best combination that I would suggest for you to use would be the coral plus earth dragons. And so this combo gives about a 3% chance to breed the reindeer dragon, and there's just 6 other possible outcomes. And the coral itself isn't too difficult to breed, and the other outcomes, the highest is actually just a 14-hour breeding time regularly. But the other outcomes have 8 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, and 6-hour breeding times, which means that you'll be able to keep coming back to the game and rebreeding relatively frequently, which is why this combination is by far the best out of all of them. But the second best combination that I would suggest for you to use would be the mountain plus water dragons, and you can replace the mountain with a dragon with the same elements, so something like the gentleman or the golem dragon you can also use and breed that with the water. But this gives around about the same 3% chance to breed the reindeer with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 6 possible outcomes again. But the highest breeding time for this combination is 18 hours, and that's the coral dragon. So the good thing about using this combo is if you don't have the coral, you can keep breeding these guys together, get the coral, and then switch to the first combination, which is super duper handy. But I realise that this combination has limited dragons that not everyone can get a hold of, which is obviously not as good for new players. So the third best combo that I would suggest for you to use would be the Rust plus Plant Dragons. So the Rust is a rare dragon, so relatively easy to breed. And this combination, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other possible outcomes, again, giving very similar odds to the Coral plus Earth combo. But the highest breeding time is again for the Coral Dragon with this one, so same as with the previous combination. If you breed the Coral, then you can switch to using the best combo. So realistically, the reindeer is pretty easy to breed if you have rares or epics available. But not everyone has even rare dragons available to them, so if you're a brand spanking new player or you're a relatively low level, you don't have to fret because there is a combination for you. So the 4th combination that I would suggest for you to use would be the Melon Minotaur dragons, and again, this is only for people that don't have any of the other combos available to them. And so this does give a little bit smaller odds to breed the reindeer, sitting at around 2.4% with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other possible outcomes. So there are 2 extra outcomes, and there's the 14 hours breeding time on the Rust, 12 hours on the Mercury, and 18 on the Coral. So you can see the breeding times are a little bit higher, but this still works if you don't have any better dragons available. And just in case you were curious, the reindeer dragon's breeding time is the same as all other legendary dragons, sitting at 2 days normally, or 1 day and 14 hours if you have VIP active. So you will very easily be able to tell if you've bred him or not. But in regards to the levels of your breeding dragons, I would suggest using level 15 or above dragons for breeding legendaries. Using higher level dragons doesn't guarantee that you're going to breed the reindeer, but it will boost your odds slightly. Level 15 doesn't cost that much food either, so it's a good base level to sort of start at. But please do remember that since it is a legendary, it will likely take many, many tries before you get him. It's taken me over 90 attempts to breed a Dragon of the Month before, so don't lose hope too quickly. As always, make sure you check out the DML Wiki's Reindeer Dragon page and check out the Mogba.me breeding calculator, as they help tremendously when breeding for limited time dragons. If you do have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment, And if this guide actually helped, then don't forget to leave a quick like for me. But for now, I'll leave you to it, so very best of luck to you, and may the RNG gods bless you this month.